My friends, welcome to Monday Night Moxie Comics Talk, the show where we uh, talk about comics. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what we do. Hey, my friends, who is ready to? Well, I don't have a topic for tonight, but I can guarantee you this: it will involve comic books, whatever we do talk about. Very much so. We deviated slightly from that last week because I wanted a chance to visit with our dear friend Purple Valkyrie, of course, who joined me last week on Monday night. But it will probably mostly just be me this evening, me and yous and me's, yous and me's. I do plan for the next couple of weeks, or at least certainly next Monday. I'm hoping to have a Clobby's Classic Comics review. It won't be in any of the saga. It won't be one of those sagas that I'm mentioning in my poll right now. By the way, when I tried to put up that first poll, it just clicked on me before I got to finish it. Because YouTube, you suck with your damn chat because you can't even. It doesn't even let you delete that one and start over. You got to start a whole new one. Suck off, YouTube. What is wrong with you? Anyway, so anyway, but one of those will be coming soon. One of those big ones will be coming soon. But I'm only mostly sure what I'm going to do next Monday night, which will be a classic, Clobby's Classic Comics review. In the meantime, other show notes, of course. Well, not much going on other than what am I doing? I don't know if I'm doing anything tomorrow night or not. I don't know, but not on my channel. I mean, anywhere else. I don't think so. Anyway, well, I do go on. I think sometimes I go on with Tom at Midnight's Edge, at his on his channel. Since I don't do a regular show of my own. I do go on there with those sporting gentlemen sometimes, if invited. Let's see. But Wednesday night, of course, the big Wednesday night wild card, of course, during Orville season, my Wednesday night wild card show was dedicated to not only having just wild card topics, but counting down to that night's new episode of the Orville. So, and then of course Thursday night, Clobby's Clubhouse, as always, and then Saturday night Star Trek this week will not be our usual TNG reviews because our wonderful first officer. R.M. Briggs, Raquel will be on a special away mission. So we'll do a Star Trek. It'll be Star Trek for sure because it always will be on Saturday night. And I should be here, and maybe I'll gather some crew members and see who wants to come in. So it'll be like a lighthearted, fun Star Trek night, but it will not be our reviews. So you all get a reprieve from reviewing 4 episodes of the 7th season of TNG. And so those are the show notes. Other than this one, of course, as I said, my fantastic retro blasting buddies are putting together another great virtual con like they did last year, Iconicon. This one, of course, being Iconicon 2 Electric Boogaloo. And I'm proud to be participating once more. June 30th, 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's Eastern time. Now, usually, because they are on Eastern time as well. It'll be 8 Central for my friends who that usually go. So I'm in the Central time zone. Anyway, 9 p.m. Eastern, there'll be toy comics. And, of course, that means comics that are based upon toys, not the other way around. The great Michael French, the master of the Retro Blasters, of course. Again, big shout out to them on their 10th anniversary this year. Will be joining me along with Chasing 80s Toys, Jeff Barker, and Matt Swafford of the Endless Bullets podcast. I am really looking forward to that. Cannot wait, and can't wait to all. They got some. Wait, you see their schedule of the amazing panels that Iconicon has set up for everyone this year. It's remarkable. And it's going to be really just a great time for over the course of I think a Wednesday night or it's a Thursday night, maybe it's a Wednesday. I think maybe a Thursday night all the way through Sunday, with panels all day long. And you can go into you can go and look at their schedule from last year. If you didn't see any of those ones from last year, they were remarkable, great fun. So let us say hellos to all of our friends who are here with us tonight. How about that? Let me say some. The great J-Man is here. J-Man, what's up, buddy? Got your Thor tickets. Don't even go there, man. Yes, exactly, Gwagnar. Condolences, Jay. Yes, we'll review it, dude. I'm making the promise to J Man right now that we will do that Friday after Thor Bore Love and Blunder opens. That will be, we'll call it my final Marvel movie review ever. How about that? One last onto the breach or whatever. So yes, I will review it, and it's all J Man's fault. At least I get to blame it on somebody. Appreciate you, J Man. Or maybe I won't appreciate you after we get through with this. Gwagnar, thanks for being here tonight. Good to see you. LT, Lord Thoth. Avon lives and long live the Legion, brother. Oh, and Strange New Worms is a piece of garbage and crap. I need to keep reminding everyone of that. It's not trash. Please don't get suckered into this shit because it's shinier, and they, not being as bad as STD or P Hard does not make it good, and it's only not as bad as that because those. Really, it's not. It is really pretty much as bad. It's written the same way. It's just it's formatted to trick people into thinking it's more like real Trek. It's not. It's written by idiots. It's written by intellectual toddlers and aimed at such. And the only time any of their stories are considered are good are people who don't realize the sources they're mining and ripping off. They're canon destroying turd shit. I just feel. By the way, I'm saying that randomly. I just feel like I need to say that every now and then because it's trash. It's really pissing me off. And it's really actually depressing me that so many people are going over to the dark side for that garbage shithole show. So, D. Bud Martin, what's up, buddy? The man of iron. Oh, Eric K. the Bronze Richards here. What's up? Good to see you there, buddy. Phantom Outsider. What's up, Fanty? Good to see you, man. Let's see here. Who else here? Apollome's Minion and the Pupper. Hey, Apollo, good to see you there. I hope you are doing well and being safe out there. Matthew Pounder. Matthew Pounder says, Byrne loves bad-mouthing Kirby. I'm not sure if you were having a conversation about that. Why'd you ever not get the best ever, but the fact that the process assistance. Well, I've seen him do it before, and that's why another one of many reasons why I have all kinds of problems with John Byrne. He's a dickhead for one thing. He has been a total dickweed on many occasions, just because I like his art and some of his work. Doesn't mean anything. Anyway. Lark D with the C. What's up, bro? Good to see you there, duderishness. Again, Matthew Pounder, thank you for being here. Maddie's daddy, what's up, Steve Mitchum? Good to see you there, bud. Let's see. J. Day Lois, what's up, buddy? Happy Monday to you, sir. Yes, everyone, Mark D cordially invites you to his Miss Marvel watch party. And I know J-Man wants to go to that. Yeah, I hear you, Jay. You're looking forward to Thor. I know. Let's see. I guess I'm caught up now. We will acknowledge anyone else who shows up. You know what? Look, yeah, I've got a poll up. Let me see if anybody has touched it so far. 15 votes so far. Let's see here. Wow, interesting. Avengers Defenders War at number 1 there, J-Man. Coming behind it, Dark's Phoenix Saga. And, wow, neck and neck, Great Darkness and Michael Korvac. And interesting indeed. Wow, okay. Now, all of them will get reviewed. I'm just figuring out which one we're going to do first. For example, LT, if you're still there, or Doth, he and I we are definitely working on planning to doing our review of the Dark. Getting together to review the Great Darkness Saga. Other friends may join us for that. I don't know. It just depends. I know J-Man and I will get to the Dark Phoenix saga and Avengers Defenders War. Maddie's daddy. That's true. Maddie's daddy and I will probably one. See, the thing is, the Beta Ray Bill saga. Yeah, I mean that's a lot of issues. Just gotta round them up and figure out which ones, which ones, how many of them comprise the saga. But yes, that's a good idea. Absolutely, that I won't forget that, and keep reminding me of it. By the way, as well. Yeah, J Man, it's. I was surprised. So far, I'm surprised by that poll. I would have thought. Let's see here. Wow, Dark Phoenix has jumped into the lead though, at 35%, and Avengers Defenders is at 29%, and we still have a tie between Great Darkness and Michael Korvac. Wow, interesting indeed. And that's on that's 17 votes. Okay, wow, interesting indeed. Okay, well, hey, look, we should see what happens with that poll. I mean, either way, I want to do them all, so don't worry about that. I mean, it's not like we'll leave one out, but that is indeed interesting poll results there, J-Man. I have endless fun doing these reviews of comics, so we shall see. I know that the next one I review won't be either one of those. It's coming up because I think maybe. Oh yeah, Matthew Powder, Burn was the Phoenix Saga, and I loved it. I thought it was great. Well, it had some issues, but if you'll pardon the pun. But I think the next one, since a couple of weeks back, my good buddy Ace Cast Iron and I reviewed the first Superman Spider-Man team up, and next Monday night, I believe we will review the second one, the Superman Spider-Man team up part 2. From 1979ish, 80, somewhere up in there, whatever it was. 70, because J-Man and I have already reviewed Batman and the Hulk. Ace and I will review Superman, Spider-Man number 2. I'll talk to him. I'll put that in stone and make sure he wants to do it. Yeah. And I know that there's some things I want to get together with Mark D with and still review. I mean, there's so many. That's the great thing about comics. Yes, new comics are dead now, but there are so many out there to review in terms of either classic sagas or even classic one-off issues. What would be a good one to review? Hello there, your Muslim uncle. Good to see you. A good one to review would be Englehart and Rogers' Definitive Batman. It's only like 6 issues of it. Also, one in the not too distant future, and I don't mean next Sunday AD, but in the not too distant future, we're gonna get Raquel on the. We're gonna do a review. Might do it on a Clubhouse. When Raquel gets her Debt of Honor Star Trek graphic novel. We'll all review that one. Your Muslim uncle, he says, hi, and how is the new Thing comic? If you're referring to the one that came out yes, I've read, thanks to the great Mark D with the C, I've read all but the last one, and I do not like it at all. I guess we should go ahead and review that eventually. If I never get the Mark D, you want to? Because we've been reviewing things we like, things that are classics, but that doesn't mean it won't fall under classic because this will never be a classic. However, one night maybe Mark D and I should we rip that to pieces or should we be nice and not review it? Mark D, you let me know, dude. We shall see. But yeah, I want to do more reviews of comics. Brian Christgau. Hello there. Welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I'm going to do more a classic comics review. I don't know. Again, we'll do some. In fact, D-Bud, why don't you tell me of an Iron Man run you'd like? I don't know if you care about reviewing a book comic with me, but I would like you to review one with me if you want to. But even if you don't want to, if you want just us to review it, now of course I would love to have you here to review one with me, D-Bud. But is there an Iron Man, since you are the man of Iron, issue or run? It could be like a one issue one or a run that you'd like to read. I mean, obviously, Demon in the Bottle would probably be interesting to review. Like I said, I still want to review that Iron Man special issue. Was at 150 with Iron Man and Doctor Doom. That is true, Matthew Pounder. A lot of sagas did have what ifs. That is absolutely true. That's true. Fact check, true. Yeah. But yes, let me know. No, Phantom Outsider, I understand that. It's important to sometimes review the bad so people can know why it's bad, like the horrible one. Yeah. No, I'm with you there. I just said it would have to be under a different classification as classic comic, Clobby's classic comic review. Wagner, I'm looking forward to Thor in comics. That is, I'm right in the middle of reading the Wayne Buscema run. Okay, excellent. Yes, nice. Now, Lim Wein was an underrated writer. D-Bud says, I have to think about it. Yeah, that's cool. He thinks I should do the Doctor Doom with Purple. We will. Purple and not. There's a book. There's a Doctor Doom story that she wants to review. It's actually from a graphic novel from the 80s that I never read. It's by Roger Stern and Mike McNally. It's the Doctor Doom, Doctor Strange. It's a team. It's a teaming between them, and I've tracked it down. She's gonna. It'll be a couple of weeks, but I want to do it when I think she's got some stuff to do, like trips and stuff to do. But we're gonna do that probably in late July or in August. That's gonna actually happen. I've got to read it first. That won't come under classic comics review either, unless I read it and think it's a classic beforehand and go, oh man, we got to put it in there. For example, when we did that, I consider everything that we've reviewed up to this point a classic, or I certainly really, really love it. So, a classic. But yes, that doesn't mean we can't do other reviews. You're right. And Mark D, I guess we could beat up on that terrible thing comic. Let's see here. Your Muslim Uncle says, I would love you to review the Loki love. I would love you to review with Loki the X-Men. Oh, Loki says it's so Loki, of course. X-Men versus Avengers, where Loki from Asgard is a major player in that one. I didn't read X-Men versus Avengers way back then. I was tapped out of Marvel. If I'm thinking of the comic book, the series, the mini crossover series that you're thinking of, I dumped out of Marvel at that point. If I'm thinking of the one you are thinking of, sir, and I do not recall if I have read that one or not. I don't think so. Could be, yeah. Because I've always find that kind of funny. Sometimes people will mention some kind of a comic that was really big to them or classic to them, and at that time, I'll think back to what I was doing at that point as a comic book reader, in addition to being in dealers, whatever, and go, I don't think I was buying Marvel or DC at that point, or it was one of my phases where I was sick of Marvel or whatever was going on at the time. Guagnar, I like the way you think. Completely out of left field. How about the Krylorian saga from Rampaging Hulk 1 through 5? I've never read all of it. However, I love the idea. In fact, of just going back and reading it and see what I think of it. I didn't have every issue of Rampaging Hulk. I did buy it when it was out. I have some of them, and I know later it became and I know the saga you're speaking of. I just don't think I ever read all of it. I bought that mag sporadically when it came out. I don't have them all. I remember that not too long after that, it just became Hulk magazine, and it was in color for a short time and had a Moon Knight backup in it. So I would have to read that all and catch up to it, Wagner. But man, that is as obscure as it gets, and I like it. And is that one you liked or what? I'm aware of it, but I know I didn't read it all. I don't think I have any of those Rampaging Hulks left anymore in my so-called collection. We have 20 votes now. Wow, Dark Phoenix Saga's running away with it, J-Man. 21 votes. Dark Phoenix Saga way out in the lead. Avengers, Defenders down at 24%. And again, Great Darkness Saga and Michael Korvac Saga are tied neck and neck at 19%. Wow. My goodness. It is out of left field, but that's cool, though, Wagner. I like the way you think there, man. I mean, I haven't even thought about that in forever. And like I said, I only know of it from maybe reading some of it and actually then reading some people talking about it later. So I am not up to speed on it, but hey. Well, the Great Darkness Saga is popular. I mean, it's going to get reviewed either way. By the way, I'm not allowed to vote since I made the poll. It doesn't let me vote. So my vote would go to, well, they're all going to get reviewed, so my vote's irrelevant. But I don't know if I were picking like which one would be next in line. And as far as one of these will be next in line of these sagas, whatever wins it will be done first. If I voted, it would probably, I'm partial to the Great Darkness Saga. I do like Dark Phoenix, and I like. Now, I have not reread Avengers Defenders in a long time, and there's a trade on that. I need to actually get it. Issue 9 was the one that got me interested in the original Avengers. Yeah. Now I'm gonna go. Now I gotta go. You make me want to go back and dig those up, Wagner. Wow. Or find them somewhere. Black and White Hulk magazine. I love those old black and white mags of Marvel in the 70s. Those Curtis magazines. I love especially Planet of the Apes magazine they did. The Planet of the Apes had some great comics in it. Yeah. What I used to buy, but I picked up Hulk when I could, but I Earl Norm. Yeah. Oh, you kidding me? Thank you, Wagner. I'm going to pull that cover up. Just look at that cover because it is fantastic. I love it. I have it somewhere, but I'll just pull it up. Rampaging Hulk. You know what? Just for the hell of it, since we got nothing better to do, let's look at that cover and let's look at some of those Rampaging Hulk mags. That is, and I truly do love that color. Cover, by the way, there. Wagner, you're exactly right. Good call. This was a cool mag. Oh, I have all the Planet of the Apes magazines, J-Man. And I think I have the regular magazine physically. I have them physically, and of course, I know there's a site out there that has every single Planet of the Apes comic on it that you can watch. You read them online, and it's legal or whatever. But look at that cover, The Rampaging Hulk. Materials by Sal, our pal Sal. I had all the Planet of the Apes magazines. Only had a few of the Rampaging Hulk and Savage Sword of Conan. Yeah, I mean, I have a couple of friends that have almost every issue of Savage Sword of Conan. That is Earl Norham. J-Man, and J-Man probably has every issue of Savage Sword of Conan, either physically or digitally. I'm sure. Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. It is small on there. Let's see. Huh. Yeah, I should try to get a bigger version of that somewhere. It's a blank cover. Uh, we used to lovingly, jokingly now, we used to call it the same old sort of Conan. As a goof, you know, as a goof. We love Conan. We love Conan around these parts. Let's see some of the some other Rampaging Hulk covers. Arg. 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 They have some of the best covers on this mag. Oh man. And they've done, yes, they have done essentials of them. Making fun of Conan is a crime in Canada. It's a crime in Hyboria too. D Buds. Yeah, it had the gold armor, so you had to have it. You know, there was an issue of I don't know if I can even talk about it. No, in fact I can't talk. I'll put it to you like this. There was an issue of either Rampaging Hulk or when it later just changed to Hulk magazine. That had a scene that, let's just say, it was written by Jim Shooter, but very controversial. That today would get Jim Shooter canceled from the planet. I mean, his ass would be grass. No kidding. There's no way he could get away with it today. No way. Um, all the Rampaging Hulk are black and white. J-Man, later it went into a color format for a while. And they had Moon Knight. That's where I first saw Moon Knight. They had Moon Knight, Doug Mitch, Bill Sienkiewicz, Moon Knight backups in some of the Hulk magazines. Yes, Wagner, I knew you'd know about it. The locker scene at the YMCA. Let's just leave it at that. And it was, I remember reading in the Comics Journal at the time, because I didn't buy that comic. I didn't buy that mag. I remember reading about it in the Comics Journal at the time, and there were a lot of people. Don't go there. I think I probably mentioned it before on here, but yeah, it's a certain marginalized group did not like it, and at the time, that's not hyperbole. They were a marginalized group. More so than now, but yeah. The locker room scene, indeed, Wagner. Yes. You know where I'm coming from. You've been around. You've been around. So, anyway, but yeah, Rampaging Hulk was pretty cool. And who wants to see, just for the random hell of it, I got the new issue of not quite the Village People, D-Mud, but the new issue of Back Issues out, and I'm excited about it. Of course, I already have it. I have it on the way, but I have the digital of it. Who wants a preview of the new issue of Back Issue magazine for no particular reason, just because it's comics, and hey, it's pretty damn cool, man. If you're a fan of things that are silver, this is the issue of Back Issue for you, because it's the Silver in the Bronze Age issue. I love this mag. Look, I mean, it's the best. Okay, it was Hulk Magazine 23. Is that the one, Gwagnar? Wow. Yeah, well, that's all. Yeah, that's all we need to say about it. But man, I love back issue. This makes me happy every time an issue comes out. And here we go. Anybody's a Silver Surfer fan out there? This is, I mean, it's the Silver Surfer in the Bronze Age issue, back issue, but it's got other silver characters too. So if you're a Surfer fan, you're in luck this week. And they got a great article on, well, all of it, of course. One thing that I didn't see them put in there that it's kind of a shame that I'm still trying to track down. Have any of you ever seen? Now, I'm having a little trouble finding it. Do any of you are you familiar with the magazine Jim Steranko's Media Scene Preview? I mean, later he just changed the name to Preview, but it was basically Media Scene Preview in the 70s. Are any of you familiar with that? Because on the back of on the back cover of an issue from the 70s, I believe, or early 80s. There was talk at that time of a Silver Surfer movie, even in the 70s, right? Lynn Rod, what's up? Well, hey, Chris Persia, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Okay, there was, some of you may know that there was talk as early as the 70s. There was talk of a Silver Surfer movie, and there's a picture on the back of a cover of an issue of Media Scene Preview. I have the mag somewhere, but I was just trying to find it online not too long ago. Just just so I can show it, and I'm going to try again to see if I can find that picture, because I remember when I saw that, I'm like, oh my God, they're making that movie, a Silver Surfer movie? No way. Nah. Um. That no, that ain't happening. I'm trying to find that picture because it was really cool. It was really weird, and I was kind of hoping they would put that in this issue. It's on the back cover. I'm looking at some. Oh, I found it. Whoa, I found it. I found it. You know what? I'm gonna download it so I can show a big picture of it here. You've probably seen this, but just in case you hadn't, let me load this and show it to you. In case you hadn't seen this, and this was around, like I said, it was 70s. Sorry, my computer's going really slow, just like me. All right, so I'm going to put this on my StreamYard so we can show this to you. All right. And I'll come back to the back issue magazine. All right, let's take a look at, so as I pull this up here. Like I said, going a little slow on me. Sorry. But imagine, being a relatively young fellow, and I was buying that mag again, ballpark late 70s, early 80s ish, somewhere up in there. Reading about a Silver Surfer movie? No way. That ain't happening. Don't lie to me. Hang on. Come on, man. Where are you? All right. They ain't doing no Silver Surfer. Shut up with that. And then, like, what? Really? So here is. Where are you? Picture. Come on, man. Well, I thought I had it, folks. It didn't load. Well, shit on a stick. Where are you? Oh, I know. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking in the wrong place. Well, shit. There you are. Found it. Sorry, buddy. There's only a few of us hanging out here tonight anyway, so, Okay. I'll take it easy, Jay, man. By the way, here's this picture. Anyone ever see that before? I don't know if anyone's ever seen that before. That was on the back. That's the back cover of an issue of Media Scene Preview, Jim Steranko's, media mag that he did. And when I saw this, I didn't know. I was just a dumbass teenager. I'm like, what the hell? No way. I don't know the exact story behind this. What issue of Media Scene? I'm not sure. I'd have to try to find out what issue it's from. Let me see if it says which issue it's from. I'm just number 42. Okay, 1980. That makes sense. Media Scene Preview number 42 from 1980. All right, so let's see here. Let me pull up one. I'll tell you what's on the front cover. Okay. All right. Well, that's a crazy cover for Media Scene Preview. All right. So, yeah. Well, can't exactly find out what's on the front cover. You might be able to find it if you Google that. But anyway, so there you go. That you've got that's the back cover. Bob Culture Curator. Hello there. Hello. But imagine in 1980 seeing this and going, no way, this is a Silver Surfer movie. But we believed it. Well, you're a kid, you're a teenager. You're going, I mean, they just gotten through giving us a Superman movie we never thought we would get. So, who knows? Right? Maybe there could be, maybe this movie can happen. And I may have shown this before, just forgot about it that I've shown it. But yeah. But look at that. I mean, again, I don't know. The problem is now I've heard from people who have read the script is that there's no Fantastic Four in the origin, obviously, which is the same thing that happened to that otherwise terrific Silver Surfer cartoon of the 90s, which was extraordinary. Just sans the Fantastic. The only thing wrong was the origin didn't have the Fantastic Four in it. But that said, hey, let's check our poll. Come on. Wah, 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 wah. Come on. Let me see. See if we can check this. I guess it's up to speed. Let me refresh and check that. So anyway, if they'd made a movie at that point, and a respectful movie, excuse me, like Superman 1, not Superman 2, of course. Imagine, even though it would have not had the Fantastic Four in it, I don't know, where would comic book movies be right now? I mean, have been at that time. Okay, 25 votes so far. The Dark Phoenix Saga is way out front at 44%. The Avengers Defenders Wars is at 20%, tied with the Great Darkness Saga now, and Michael Korvac has dropped down to 16%. Interesting indeed. Now, thanks to everyone who has voted. Yeah, but Matthew Pounder, yes. Imagine if Richard Donner had made that. Well, his origin really didn't have it. Yeah, his origin didn't, but I'm sorry. His first appearance and his meaning of the FF is crucial, Phantom. I'm sorry. It can't be removed from his origin. I understand his origin goes way beyond that. They've delved into his past, into his pre-Fantastic Four past, but I'm sorry. I don't agree with you there, dude. You got to have the Fantastic Four because he's got to go to Earth and get his, have his memory jarred back to what he was by Alicia Masters. Now, on the animated show, which I loved, it was this brief, silly meeting with Frankie Ray. But his origin doesn't work if he doesn't have his old. I mean, the whole point is he's been the Silver Surfer for a long time, but he didn't have his memories. Then they come back to him, and then he realizes what he is and what he'd been doing. That's crucial to his origin. Now, again, you could have. I understand rights issues and all that stuff, but as far as you didn't really have to have the FF much, you could have just made them like a brief mention showing that little in a little bit of do his normal origin, briefly mention how he, somewhere toward the middle, how he snapped back to his old self because of Alicia Masters and what went on with Galactus on Earth, and then go from there. So, I mean, he can't just be the surfer that worked for Galactus. He's got to be the post Alicia Masters surfer to make sense. So the FF have to figure into it somehow. And it was really, as much as I love that cartoon in the 90s, it was kind of flimsy that just him bumping into Frankie Ray after all those years of being Galactus's herald. Well, I understand that, Linrod. I'm not allowed to vote either. So, but you're allowed to vote anyway if you want to. But anyway, hey, look, so that would have been pretty cool if they'd made that movie, but that's what we get. So anyway, on this issue of a back issue, it's pretty good. Movie 1, Surfer works for Galactus. Movie 2, he makes the FF. Movie 3, joins the Defenders. Wow, so the whole movie in number 1, then he's going to be like a bad guy? Wow. Look, Phantom, you make that movie, I'll watch it, dude. But I don't know, man. If the Silver Surfer was made in the early 80s, how would the special effects have been done? Yeah. No, that's a problem. That is a problem. No question about it. Did any of you ever get the man? Look, they had a lot of, I don't know, Silver Surfer, man. I was never big on the Mobius one, to be honest. It was great art by Mobius, but I don't know. Maybe I need to go back and read it. I'll tell you, this John Byrne one here, the one shot. Remember that, everybody? With Tom Palmer inking him. Well, Len, I don't know, anti-hero movies, you're right. People seem to be in love with anti-hero movies now, but they don't work for me. I'm not really into them. But maybe that's just me. What can I tell you? You read those a few days ago. Read that a few days ago, Wagner. I haven't read that since it came out. He saves this world and feeds the world of Galactus. He's saying he's done this for years, and then the movie ends with him. He's heading to Earth. Well, Phantom, get that one made. I'll watch it, dude. I will watch any movie you make, dude. Seriously. Yeah, you know what? Who was that? Guagnar? I did not really like the way Tom Palmer inks Byrne. I know Byrne is obsessed with Tom Palmer. He loves Palmer's inks on his stuff. I don't know about him. I mean, Tom Palmer. I know Hungry Boy's not here to speak to this, but Tom Palmer just overpowers people, and not in a great way either. Chris Burgess says, "I never thought about it before, but the Silver Surfer is the Vader to Galactus. Galactus is Palpatine, and yes, he needs more than one movie to show his sacrifice to save his planet and his eventual redemption." Yeah, and the problem is we're never, we got to see sort of a similar semblance of him in that second FF movie, but now there's no way they would do the Silver Surfer correctly. They're just shove him into the MCU, and he would already be snarky. You wouldn't, I don't know how. It would be nice if they just gave him his own movie and kept him out of the MCU, but they won't do that. Now, I'll agree with that. D. Bud Palmer was great on Gene Colan. I'm with that. But on Byrne, I don't know. Not so sure on Byrne. Yeah, and I can't remember too much of the story, Wagner, because like I say, I remember we ordered. I was running the shop I was running at the time. Ordered very heavily on that comic, and it did well because it was it's Byrne. It was popular. It was Byrne, so. But I really didn't get much into it. Maybe I have to go back and read that one. But I hear you. Story week, eh? I got you. Right here, you see there's a Silver Surfer Bronze Age guest star. After his comic was canceled after issue 18, everyone, Norrin Radd was awfully sad when his original title was canceled with Silver Surfer number 18 in 1970, but the Sentinel of the Skyways managed to drop in on these Marvel titles while he was awaiting his various comebacks as a solo star. Submariner 34 and 35 and Marvel feature. Yeah, he was in the Defenders and FF. So yeah, look, it's funny if you look at this list here, in the Bronze Age, in the 70s, Silver Surfer was a little scarce. Till the late 70s when he got, when Stan and Jack did that graphic novel. I mean, what was really Marvel's first graphic novel. What's up, D-Mark?
Hey, what's up?
What's happening,
Thanks
dude?
for having me.
Oh, good
doing
to see you, man.
Doing good. Yep.
Thanks for popping in.
Thank you. Yep. No, I love the Surfer, and I was always trying to complete that run, and it's gotten so expensive. I'm missing, I think, 1 and 2, and I should when you're in the store and you're like, it's a lot of money. Should I buy number 1 for $100? And I'm kicking myself. but
Yeah.
$100 is $100 is a lot of money back then. It still is. So, but I love that run. So I have most of that 1 to 18 run, except for I think 1 and 2 I'm missing, or 1.
Well,
You got to check.
do you have his Bronze Age output? Because if you look there, he wasn't in a lot of comics.
Not that much, no. Yeah, no.
See this, like it's 70. It shows right here that he just made a guest appearance in all these comics right here.
I probably have. I'm guessing I have most of those, or
I mean, he was
missing
scarce.
a few here and there, but I have the FF. I have the Thor. Yep, probably have Defenders and Avengers. But yeah, that's interesting. I would thought it would have been a lot more issues. Yep.
Did you ever see Stanley and Jack Kirby did the first really the first Marvel graphic novel ever with the Fireside book. It was Silver Surfer. I have it. You ever get that book?
Yeah, I have that. Yep. And then was the one with Mobius years later, or was that?
Mobius did the series later. There's some Mobius right there.
That was later, right? Yeah, that was a good one too. Yep. No, Surfer's a great character, and he's a tragic character too. So that's why, he works so well. So, he sacrifices his well, he's not human. He's from Zenla, but his humanity, quote unquote, to save his planet. Makes a bargain with the devil. So. And that his character was always kind of reminded me a little bit of Mr. Spock in some ways too. He wasn't overly emotional. I don't know if that's a good interpretation.
Sure.
But he was never like you were talking about. If they bring him in, oh, we got Cardinal Sin here.
Cardinal Sin, what's up, dude? Oh, thank you for the $20 super sticker. You're too kind, buddy. I appreciate that. It's good to see you. I hope you are doing well, Cardi. And everyone, of course, as always, please, if you haven't already, I think everyone has, but I mean, if you haven't, please subscribe. I can't see the sticker, though. Let me see if
Well, it says "You are amazing," not Amazing Spider-Man, but it's a dancing pair. It says "You are amazing."
Well, I'm going to have to respectfully disagree and say you are the amazing one, Cardinal Sin. Thank you so much, buddy. Do appreciate you on that. You're too kind, bub. And how's our poll doing? Any more votes?
26 votes. Let's see.
26. I'll have to.
Dark Phoenix. The Ginger is winning.
I have to update mine, I guess, because maybe I have to refresh. I'm showing 25. So, damn it.
Vote early and often. Nope.
I can't vote.
Those are all classic stories. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to vote on my own poll.
YouTube
should let you vote on your own damn poll.
I mean, when you're running for president, you can vote for yourself, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
right.
So why can't you vote in your poll?
I don't know. It's not fair. Don't think.
Well, would you tell us who you'd vote for?
Oh yeah, I would vote for Great Darkness Saga. They're all going to get done. By the way, they're all going to be reviewed.
Yeah.
They're all going to. You voted for Dark Phoenix?
Oh no, Great Darkness Saga.
Really? I don't know you've ever.
Yep.
You ever read that before?
I read it years ago. But we've done so much Marvel stuff. I figured, hey, get some DC. Yep.
DC in there.
I mean, of course, the Great Dark Phoenix is a all-time classic too. So,
hey, Dave, travels through time. How's it going there? So let's see if it. Yeah, okay, you're right. Now it's at 26. I don't know why it has to. Ugh, man. I guess because I have to go off the screen there.
Maybe.
Yes. So yes, Dark Phoenix Saga, 27 votes now. Dark Phoenix Saga is at 48%. Wow, it jumped way out there. And Great Darkness Saga and Avengers Defenders War are tied at 19. They stay tied there. And poor Michael Korvac at 15. One of the problems with the Michael Korvac saga. Hello, Rough Girl TV. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Rough Girl.
Lovely to see you there, my dear. All right, you mugs. We got a lady in the house, everybody. Great to see you.
Everyone's sucking your guts.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I think I'm getting ghosted tonight. This channel got weird. I don't know. Anyway, and again, thank you so much for being here, Rough Girl. What was I telling you? I forgot what I was telling you. Oh well.
Oh, the Korvac saga.
Yeah, the Korvac saga, to be perfectly honest with you, doesn't have the best art. It's okay. Dave Wenzel or whatever, the guy went on to, he left comics, but mostly he did most of it. Avengers Defenders War has some pretty good art. okay art. You know, it's got some standards, but some competent, good art from Sal and some others.
Yep.
Um, but Darkness Saga has, of course, Burn Austin art, so it looks great. And Darkness and Great Darkness Saga. I mean, the Dark Phoenix Saga and Great Darkness Saga has great art as well. By
You didn't like the Corvette car? It's not
it's
terrible.
okay. No, I
I'm
like
looking at
it.
some image. Yeah, it's not.
No, it's
It's not
fine.
like wow. It's not. Yeah, it's not Perez, but it's
But I
not
mean,
horrible. I don't think
Gifford
it's
and Mount
horrible. But
Gifford and Mouse's art on the Great Darkness Saga is beautiful. So the Great Darkness Saga, the Dark Phoenix Saga have some of the greatest of the art here. They have the best art, and they're the best of the stories. Although, again, a lot of people were pretty pissed off by the Dark Phoenix Saga when it came out. Pissed that they killed Jean Grey. I know they've killed her a million times after that, but Jim Shooter executed her.
Well, I think as Phantom mentioned in the chat, that he didn't want her to live after she'd wiped out so many people. So,
well, she wiped out. What happened was he came into the office. There was a scene where Dark Phoenix wiped out an entire planet of asparagus people. In theater, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. See, Dark Phoenix had wiped out an entire planet full of asparagus people, and Jim Shooter came into the office and said, "Well, she has to die. I mean, we're going to have to kill her because as you know, there's a version where she lived, which you can find in a book called Dark Phoenix: The Untold Story, which they reprinted later. But Jim Shooter thought she needed to be dealt with for what she did,
and he was a big fan of asparagus.
And maybe he was. That I cannot neither confirm nor deny.
What if it was a planet of broccoli? Then you would have definitely not minded, right?
Phantom says his point was, how does Storm, who is a guardian of life, stand by her? Is Shooter's point. Yeah, I know what his point is. Phantom, I know what his point is. Fanty.
But in a way, too, wasn't she overtaken by the Dark Phoenix, too? I mean, it wasn't really her
fault.
I mean, if it's like the Hulk, is the Hulk responsible? Is Banner responsible for what the Hulk does? Or
no, I mean, that's the thing. She wasn't really, she was taken over by the Dark Phoenix thingy. Yeah, Shooter believed in consequences, which, depending on what the circumstances, so do I. But hey, what can you do? What can you do? There's some of those Silver Surfers you have though.
Yeah, I think I have most of that run of the Surfer. That was that the 90s or was that the late 80s?
80s into the 90s, isn't it?
I think, yeah. I think at that time I was had mail order subs at that time. Probably I wasn't heading to the comic book shop. And then they were just starting to open near me too. So
yeah, I wasn't really buying. I didn't buy that Silver Surfer run that much, to be honest with you. I was just not really buying a lot of Marvel stuff at that point.
Let me check
JD Lewis said, I greatly prefer Bob Brown and Sal Buscema over Dave Wenzel any day of the week. Yeah, Wenzel got out of the business. He didn't draw comics for very long. All right, Pop Culture. Later, guy.
Take care, Pop Culture.
Appreciate you, man. Have a good one.
Tim's Talk on your left.
Tim's Talk. What's up, dude? How's it going, man? Good to see you. But yeah, Silver Surfer was kind of busy in the 80s, though, and 90s.
That comic was pretty popular, I think. I mean, it was didn't run for almost 100 issues, or volume 2? Or it's considered volume 3, I guess. Technically, it's volume 3. I'm looking.
Well, it could be. I don't know why because one of them was a reprint book, but yeah.
Well, they consider the Morbius one a volume 2. I don't know why.
Volume 2, probably.
Yeah. So there's the volume 1 from the the original run, 68 to 70. Actually, I'm missing 1, 3, 6, and 7, and 11. I'm missing more of those than I thought, but number 1 is, oh man, that's up to 3. I should have bought that for $100.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, it's up over 3K now.
Of which one?
Uh, Silver Surfer #1.
Whoa.
Yeah, these issues they're taking it's doubled in the last. I
Wow.
mean, not that I mean I never collected for the value anyway. I just love comics, so. Uh, but that one is taken off, and then #3, first appearance of Mephisto, of course. That's $1,700. No,
Wow.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, Phantom.
That went from sorry, that went from 200, and it spiked, I guess, with the Loki series.
Phantom, yes, I'm definitely. Yes, sir. I would answer you. Yes, I'm definitely well aware that his first editor was Mort Weisinger, and yeah, it was, and you could tell. Milton Knowles, the insane Witch King. Hey, hey, hey. So why are you?
Don't read that.
No, don't even say the word. I don't know who he's talking to. All right. Um. Now this whole issue is also other Silver characters. Did you ever read Silver Sable?
Sure. Yep.
Well, see this image here. See this guy here, Stephen Butler's a good old buddy of mine. He drew this comic back in the '80s and '90s stuff. He's a very good comic book artist, and he's a friend from down my
Nice.
way. And he did, so he did Silver Sable amongst other things for a long time. I never bought the comic, but did you?
I probably have some Silver Sable. I'm sure. Here, let me check here. Yeah, that was late '80s, probably said, or
Yeah, and probably into
yeah,
the
later.
'90s.
Yeah, that's what it looked. You look at comics too, and it looks like it looks like you can just tell like the period, just which is kind of crazy. Like
Yes.
you just look at it, and you know, kind of like looking at an antique car. You say, oh yeah, that's you know, that's a car from the '50s. Let's see, Silver Sable. Let's see. No, I don't have any save. I'm just probably just remembering seeing her in Spider-Man. I didn't buy any of those.
Yeah.
Wow,
Some people, yeah. She's Ace Nail Messiah. What's up, buddy?
Yep. It's
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Well, she was a hottie, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. For a while they were going to
her comic.
You thought Spider-Man was going to end up with her for a while too. I think. Yeah, there was kind of like a triangle there.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I never bought the comic, but
and she didn't have She was kind of like a Black Widow, right? She didn't have superpowers, if I'm remembering it right.
She has a gun.
But she kind of was like a white Black Widow.
Yeah,
right?
kind of. Yeah, I don't think she had any powers.
Kind of right. I'm trying to remember, but I don't think she had any superpowers yet.
Yeah, but she was hot. Blonde friends. No, it's a stupid black costume.
Yeah, so she had just that one series that ran from '92, issue #1, all the way to issue 36. Oh, I guess they brought her back for. Oh, that's a reprint probably. So '95. So she made issue 35. Sable and Little Sylvie together for the last time. The heck?
Yeah. Yep. Let's see here. 29 votes now. Wow, Dark Phoenix Saga is kicking it, man. Kicking ass. J-Ben is, 30 votes. Got a lot more people voting than we have actually in listening or watching, that's for sure. Wow. 32 votes. It's at 58%. Great Darkness and Avengers Defenders War are still tied, and poor old Michael Korvack's back down at 20%.
Yep.
Wow. You're not alone. Dave travels through time. You're not alone. A lot of people do like that black costume. I'm kind of alone in the wilderness and hating it for Spidey, but I'm old.
Yeah, get off my lawn. Yeah, I thought it was a good for a change up. I didn't like it permanent, but I thought it was interesting to have for a little. it's like a hockey team as an alternate jersey. It was kind of fun to see once in a while. Of course, he disappeared too much too, which is some of the coloring and depending how he was depicted.
Yeah,
I didn't mind it so much, but
yeah, I'm alone there.
because you knew they were going to go back to the classic eventually. So as long as they didn't stick with it forever, yep.
Are any of those vote? Lynn Ross said, are any of those vote-able sagas available in omnibus or graphic novel form? I can only assume they're good if they're being voted on. Yes, they all are. In one form or another, there are multiple types of trade paperbacks and other things for the Great Darkness Saga and the Dark Phoenix Saga as well. And yes, there's even a trade or two compiling both Avengers Defenders War and Michael Korvac Saga. Wow, Michael Korvac just jumped back in second place. It's a good comic. The animated series that I love dearly, Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes. They did that in Cliff Notes fashion. They adapted Michael Korvac, but they did it in one episode. It was like really truncated.
It's too crushed together.
Kind of. Hey, Dave, what's up? Yeah, kind of. And it was good though. I mean, it had. But what's interesting about that is it had the Guardians of the Galaxy in it, but they were the not the goofy movie ones. They were, even though yes, it had Rocket and Groot, and Star-Lord was just normal comic book Star-Lord, not the not the movie dumbass, and it had Quasar, the female Quasar, I think, right? Yeah. So yeah, but it was it was interesting, and it was good. It should have been multiple parts, but they were already doing all kind of multiple part stuff, I guess. So just to see them do it at all, I guess, was kind of cool. But but yes, those all of those are available in different trades or different stuff like that, though. I'm not for sure. Yeah.
Oh, and Dave is saying his phone hotspot is terrible tonight. Can't see or hear the stream, just the circle. I can still use the chat. Sorry about that, Dave.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully,
someone say hello to Dave for us, and we understand.
Yeah, but I guess he's in the chat. But hopefully your interwebs will come back and you can actually hear us. But I was just checking the Korvac saga, and then they said they, for a trade paperback, and they did print one in 1991 with a new epilogue by Grunwald, drawn by Tom Morgan. The revised conclusion cast Korvac as a villain. It was removed by editor Tom Brevoort, when reprinted as A Vengeance Legend Volume 2, the Korvac saga in 2003. Do you remember anything about that? Or
what? They
said that
it didn't print the comic normally?
I guess they said they put trade paperback 91 that added a new epilogue.
Yeah.
And it cast Korvac as a villain. Then it was later removed when they reprinted it in 2003. Because originally it was Avengers 167, 68, 70 to 170 to 77.
Right.
I guess 169 must have been a filler issue, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And they called it the Korvac saga later. But yeah, I guess they added a new epilogue and then they took it out. I don't
know. I'll have to go check.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. So maybe some of the chats heard of that, but I guess
I didn't buy that trade at that time. I didn't buy that trade at the time, I guess.
So, but then now it's reprinted Avengers Legends. Of course, Comicology, if you can still use the damn app, it's so screwed up. You gotta go to Amazon. Yeah, well, we won't mention those, but yeah, it's. I think I have a couple of those issues, but probably not the whole thing. Yeah. So.
Crazy stuff, but no, I didn't realize they did that in one of the. That's stupid.
Well, it's kind of like George Lucas going back and screwing around with you. Why did I change this now, right?
Yeah.
Let's make Han not shoot first, right?
Yeah. Wow, that's nuts.
Yeah, so
he was a villain through no fault. He got turned into one, but yeah, he got abducted.
Yeah, craziness. Yeah.
That's nuts,
So
man.
here's what I found. Yeah. So I mean, I know how
Okay,
you don't know how accurate the interwebs are. I just put it in the chat. So, but
that's crazy. Oh, okay.
never heard of that. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were sharing it. Okay.
Well, I just put it in the chat. That's just the paragraph that's in there. But
Right.
yeah,
That's nutty for
very
sure.
weird.
I'd have to go. It's been so long since I've read it. I can't remember much other than I'm always planned to go back and take a look at it again. But there you go. Yeah, trade paperback edition reprint of the Korvac saga. I didn't want to include a new epilogue written by Grumwald and Tom Morgan. Although the revised conclusion cast Korvac as a villain, it was removed and edited. Well, he was. I say, well, it wasn't his fault. He was abducted. He was abducted. Was it by Cree or whatever? Or who
Yeah,
abducted
was
him
it?
now? It's been so long since I've read the damn
Yeah, it's been
comic.
20 years. Yeah, so
And he got these powers and he became pretty evil, but it was one of those things like we were talking about. Yeah, he did. He murdered Starhawk. That's right. We're talking about how was it Jean Grey's fault? It's just one of those classic things from a lot of different characters, whether it's Jean Grey or Darth Vader. Someone who started out good and became bad.
yep.
Power, and they became bad.
And then Vader's ultimately
It
redeemed.
was the
too.
Badoon. It was the Badoon, according to Glagnar. But Glagnar, it's been so long since I read that sucker. That's another reason I want to go read it. But there is a trade, and probably other ways to read it.
I mean, it's
And,
an interesting story, though. God.
Yeah, there's some of the original
Perez
covers.
cover, I think. Right, yeah.
Oh yeah, Perez did some covers for it. Here's a pic from the anime that story on Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Yeah, so
And it's not an easy story to tell, too. I mean,
no. Well, gonna reread that soon. Even if it doesn't win the poll, which is not gonna win the poll. In the end, he returned life to the Avengers because his girlfriend doubted him for a second. That's right. And his girlfriend is in that animated thing, yeah. Took out the Collector. Now I want to go back and read that right now.
yeah.
So, I mean, it has been, and it wasn't that trade I read either. I remember getting the issues in I remember getting a couple of them when they first came out and never able to finish the story because I couldn't get them all. Then having to go back buy back issues of it later, 3 or 4 years later. So now it's really been since the 80s since I've read this thing. Look at that though, just classic comics. I thought this was
awesome.
this guy was okay. Winslow was okay. It wasn't. I mean, it's not. He's not Perez. You know. But gosh darn it, who is Perez?
Yep.
Besides Perez?
No one is. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So let's see how we're doing now. 35 votes. 36 votes. Dark Phoenix at 56%. And Michael Korvac, I can't believe he jumped out into the lead. He was behind all this time. And they've got still now Avengers, Defenders, and Great Darkness are tied at 14. Come on, Great Darkness. That's my vote. But but that was already planned. That J-Man was, he wants to do Dark Phoenix and Michael Korvac and Avengers, Defenders were the ones he asked which ones. So he's going to be on either one of those. Of course, you're welcome to join him if you feel like it.
Thank you.
And
Yep.
Great Darkness is Lord Thoth and I've been planning it for a while. We might get Ace in on it because I think he wants to as well. So, and you're always welcome to join us if you've read the comic. If not, it'll be. But I don't know. What's the next one you want to do? The next, just you and me. The next two Ben Grimm's review.
Well, I guess we could do that. I was waiting for a certain series to come out on, digitally. No, the other one, the one that was, things to come that was just so bad. But we should finish reviewing that, I guess, because we did cover.
We never reviewed it online.
We did a few. Did we do like 2 or 3 issues?
We
that
talked
one?
about it at some point. No, we never
I
did
thought
a
we
review,
showed. No,
though.
we did show. We did no. We did show pictures and images from it. I thought.
Did we review an issue? Though?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think we did issue
Not like
1
an
or
official
2.
review thingy, but yeah, I'm no. But we could do that.
Yeah, I guess we should. You know, we should. Right? I'm looking for the. I'm waiting for number 6 to get 6 digitally. I bought them all, but
maybe we ought to review the big change and.
Let's see here. I'm trying to find.
I could get that. I know that's where to get that digitally.
Okay.
You know,
most of the stuff is which
Thing
one was that?
Graphic novel. Thing Hulk graphic novel.
Oh, the Thing Hulk one.
Starlin and Wright.
Oh yeah. Yep. No, that's a classic. Yeah.
So let me know when you want to do that one.
Yeah, I'm looking at my thing.
Next Monday night, Ace and I are going to do Superman Spider-Man Part 2. No, the second team up.
The second one, right? Yeah, and I was asking you about that book, and then I found it on my shelf.
That's right.
You know, in your memory,
I got to find the digital.
I got another birthday coming up, and it's like, my God, I was asking, like, I don't know if I don't remember if I've read that one, or. And I walk into my, I keep some of the trades in a section. I don't have that many trades, just a few. I'm flipping through them, and I'm like, there's the book right there. It's like, man, you're losing it sometimes. It's like,
yeah.
So,
I've got Avengers 116. It got destroyed pre-existence of comic book stores. It came out in '74, so I didn't find and buy it again until 1980 from $4. Phantom, yeah, I hear you, Phantom. 116, huh? Wow. What if Korvac 1 ended? Yeah, they've done not only Korvac, almost every major saga. Someone, I think Wagner or someone said it out there that they've done a what if on all the major sagas. What if this happened this way or that way? Which makes sense.
There was a new Korvac saga in 2015, but you don't want to know about that.
I don't want to know about that, do
I?
Right.
You can buy the Korvac saga, the original, for 17 smack rolls on digital.
Okay,
Marvel. Actually, the Marvel app is actually better than Comicology now. It's actually the Marvel app is the old Comicology, basically.
Let's show people some stuff from these sagas. We just showed you something from
Korvac.
Well, here's something from the Great Darkness saga. Which again, it's probably one of those things that's more important to a Legion fan, but it's a great one. It's maybe a little bit of an anticlimactic ending, but what are you gonna do? But as a Legion fan, we just were blown away by this when it came out. The Chevy Corvette saga. How about Corvette Summer?
Corvette Summer, Mark.
I saw that at the theater. Let's see here. It's Darkseid.
It's Darkseid. I get an argument with the kid at the comic book shop. He's like, it's Darkseid. I'm like, it's not Darkseid, it's Darkseid. He's like, look at how it's spelled. I'm like, do you think Kirby's going to call a guy Darkseid? It's Darkseid, you moron.
I think, in fairness to the kid, when I first saw it and didn't hear Kirby say it, I was like, I guess it's Darkseid then, right? No,
you thought Darkseid?
Okay. I said, okay. No, when I first looked at the word, when I was like, I don't know how old I was.
We got like an argument in the comic book store.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely Darkseid, folks. Well, it's just like Professor X. People like to say Xavier all the time. I always say, is it Xavier?
There's no double X.
Everyone likes to say Xavier.
Well, that's what the nuns in Catholic school were talking about Saint Xavier. She said, "Don't ever let me hear you say Saint X Xavier. There's only one X in his name." So you get hit with the ruler if you said X Xavier.
This is one of my favorite panel from the Great Darkness saga. Of this comic. I mean, sorry.
That is a nice shot, yeah.
Superboy.
Literally.
Superboy and Supergirl decking the crapper.
Darkseid.
out of Dark Seed. Just kidding. What was that question when I asked the question? Oh, Wagner. Dude, I can't stand Tom Mary Beerbaum stuff. So with that, they can. Yeah, that's just not my bag. That's not real Legion to me. So that the Quiet Darkness thing. If I'm thinking of the one the right thing that you're talking about, the Quiet Darkness thing, with that, that Tom and Mary Beerbaum stuff, with when the post 0 hour crap. No offense if you like it, I'm just saying. No, that wasn't. Wasn't it like Tom Beerbaum and Al Gordon and like Giffen was doing stuff on it? Whatever it was you're talking about, I think you're talking about that era, and that's not legit Legion for me. The Quiet Darkness saga. So that you mentioned that. I mean, some people like that era of Legion, but it's not my Legion. What do you say? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, personally, it wasn't for me. That's my nice way to put it, because I don't know if you liked it or not. But man, I actually did. I actually, believe it or not, when that era came along in '89 and '90 or whatever, when they after the 5 years later crap, as a Legion fanatic, I did read that comic. It was Legion, so I just felt like I had to, and I read it for about a year and a half or so, maybe, and then I just got so sick of it. Giffen's art had turned to putrid crap. They changed everything. Those outfits, they didn't have costumes anymore, and his art was so difficult to follow that the back of the back page of the letter page of every issue had a summation of what happened. And the reason why it was is because you can't tell anybody from anybody else the way he changed his art style, and you can't. It's impossible to really tell what's going on in that damn comic. And I just hated it. Yes, yeah. See, Phantom Outsider, the 5 years later drivel. Yeah. To hell with that. After the Magic Wars and after all that stuff like that, that's the end of my Legion. So from Adventure Comics 247 to the Baxter Legion series number 63 is where I start and stop. Although I picked it up a couple times after that, just to only be very disappointed. And then the Lightning Saga, I kind of, for 2007 or 2007, I think, when they brought back the Levitz Legion, as I like to call him. And then after Legion of Three Worlds or whatever, when Levitz took, remember when he brought back the adult version of his Legion for our Bronze Age Legion for a while there? I did read that right up to before the Screw 52, and then they screwed the hell over and got rid of it. Yes, I didn't have a chance after they removed Superboy from continuity. Did you know, by the way, that John Byrne actually regretted that and has admitted that he regrets what he did to Superboy and the Legion? And he said it. So, it ain't just me. And you know what? You did it, though. Thank you for admitting it. I guess I should say that, right?
Well, yeah, it takes a big man to admit a mistake, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't happen too often,
Yeah.
right? As my dad always said, I'm always, I'm always right. Once I thought I was mistaken, they made the bad joke, Once I made a mistake, but I was wrong, I thought I made a mistake, but I was wrong. So. Yeah, it's people never like admitting it's human nature, right? You don't want to admit you screwed up or did something wrong. Yep.
No, you're right. You're right. It's just this sad. Oh, I have this hardcover. Oh, that's kind of a small. I have this card, but I have the old one too. There's some of the regular issues. Man, I could not believe it when this came out. Oh my god. Yay, we have bots. Hi, bots. We miss you.
Yep, we know someone's watching. Just
God.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Thank you for nuking them, D-Bud.
Thank you. Thank you, friends, for taking care of that. Wow,
They
man.
must be Legion fans.
Yep. They probably just wanted to hear somebody talking about the Legion. That's all. So, I mean, I can respect that. They're just having a good time.
Yeah.
I even bought this. This came out recently. I got to get the second one of these hardcovers that take place in between. Was it called Legion Before the Darkness? Yeah, Before the Great Darkness Saga. They had two of these. Not a lot of great art in them, but I love these Perez covers. Yeah, another damn bot invasion. Thank you, D Bud. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, pal.
Were they Doom bots?
Yes, they were Doom bots. Dumb bots. Doom bots. Oh my goodness. I am Darkseid. Remember his voice on the old Super Friends cartoon. Oh, here's my favorite splash page from the Great Darkness Saga. I love this. This is the issue where the conclusion is inescapable, my friends. We face Darkseid. This is one of the greatest, dedicated to Jack Kirby with respect and thanks. The epic conclusion of the Great Darkness Saga. That's one of my all-time favorite splash pages of a comic book right there.
Yep.
Just the way it's put together, so well done. Because they didn't, I mean, at that point, Darkseid had been gone for 1,000 years, they thought, Hungry boy. That's all right, man. Good to see you. Sorry to me. Sorry to be late.
Sorry to be late.
I got you, man.
You're never late. Everyone here is always on time.
Yes. Yes, these trades, they sort of come after the Legion archives. I'm only missing one or two Legion archives. I got almost all of them. And once I get those and get these trades, and of course, I have a mix. I have all the Legion digests, all the ones where Adventure Comics Legion Digest and the other Legion Digest. I have all the archives except for two that I'm missing. And I have, of course, tons and tons of the regular extraneous issues and all the Baxter run. I've almost got every single Legion story in one way or another. Wow. Almost every. I think I do have every one except for maybe like 2 or 3 gaps. I think I got them all though. From Adventure Comics 247, which was 1957, I think, or whatever. I'm getting a year run to 1989, which is the only ones that count. Although I do have the Lightning Saga and that later Adult Legion stuff that Levitz did with this asterisk by it. So I think I do have in my possession, even though I want to get that other hardcover to be certain. Even without those two archives I'm missing, I think I have those stories in other format. I'm pretty sure I have every single Legion story from the beginning in Adventures Comics 247. Excuse me, it was 247. Now I'm getting numbers of stuff. So I'm not bad by memory stuff. To the very end to 1989 of Legion of Superheroes Volume 2, number 63. And yes, and with regards to this, how it relates to our good buddy Mark C., whom our show was named after, the great Mark C. A couple of years, the number of months before we unfortunately lost him, he would ask, because he didn't mean go on. You know how I go on about the Legion, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I do have the Wedding Treasury, absolutely. And they've reprinted that recently, Wagner. So you know how I'm always. I know you're shocked. Me going on about the Legion, yeah. So he said it's one of the things. Huh?
Is there gambling here too?
No. He said that's the one thing he'd never read Legion, and you know me, I never say you got to do any. You got to read it. I just say what I think of it.
Yep.
But he heard me talking about it. He said, I want to go read some Legion, because I want to see what all the fuss is about. And I was like, and he said, so I'm gonna try to get him. I said, dude, don't do it on my account. But anyway, he was always making trips back and forth up to Pittsburgh a lot of it for his job, and he goes. They had amazing comic shops up there and stuff. He ended up Legion after this, the ones I was just showing you with the regular issues that this was in. A couple of years later, they went to a back. You know how Teen Titans has the Baxter format comic? When they started the numbering over.
Yeah, that new paper or whatever. Yep.
Yes, they called it Baxter paper.
Baxter
the Baxter
paper.
format.
Yeah.
So Legion did the same thing. But they both with both titles, New Teen Titans and Legion of Superheroes. They decided to started each with a number 1, and keep the other title running, but called it Tales of the Legion of Superheroes and Tales of the New Teen Titans. And what they did was, after a year of stories were done in that Baxter format, they would start reprinting those in the Tales books. So the Baxter format Legion went 63 issues. And he lets me know, and he said, you know what, I found all 63 of them. I think maybe like 1 or 2 gaps. And I can get it for like $90 or something crazy.
All
cheap.
together
Yeah,
in
that's
the
pretty
shop.
cheap for those. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, "You think that's a good deal?" I said, "Yeah, it's pretty good, man. But don't spend
if
your
you
money
buy
on my account."
yeah, but if you buy a couple of trades, I don't know if they had trades of it back then.
No,
but
they don't. They're calling 1 or 2 trades of that.
Yeah, but even like buying trades ain't cheap either. So if you can get
right, but that's only the Baxter's only like only like maybe the first 10 or 15 are even in trade. So you can't get the whole thing in a trade.
Yeah.
So he got them all. I said, look, dude, I love him, but you might not even like him. You sure you want to take a shot on that? You haven't read it before? He said, that's a good price, man. Money didn't bother him that much, so he grabbed them. He snagged them all, and he was going to start reading them. He ended up having like every year. I think he was missing like 1 or 2, even at the annuals. So I'm like, wow, that's a pretty good run. So that was the thing. We were talking about it, and he was just about to started reading them.
Yep. Unfortunately. Yep.
Yeah. Just never enough time.
Enough cancer. Yep.
Big time. A little sad story about the great Mark C. there, folks. So, yeah, but it is his night, and he loved talking comics. So I don't know. I was telling him before you do that, though, before you start that, you got to read the Great Darkness Saga. You can read some of the stuff after it too.
But that's the critical thing to read. You think?
Well, if you're going to read that, if you're going to start in the Baxter book, start with Great Darkness Saga. You kind of need some of the issues after it as well to lead into the Baxter book. But yeah. But that was just a resurgence right with that Great Darkness Saga started. It was so great. I mean, the book had not been. To be perfectly honest with you, as a fan of the comic, it had not been very good for years until Paul Levitt started writing it. J.D. Lewis says, I'm conflicted about the Legion Treasury because I adore Mike Grell, but Vince Coletta's inks are horrible. Oh, God. Look, Keely Chow, hey there. Good to see you.
Keely.
J.D., look, I'm with you, buddy. It's kind of a goofy story, but it's kind of fun. I mean, but it's Grell Legion. I had Grell to sign mine, by the way. But it's one of the few DC Treasury books. Well, they're not really treasuries. Marvel used that word. Tabloid-sized books that's not a reprint. But it's the wedding of, Lightning Lad and Saturn Girl. It was totally, it's still okay, but my God, Vince Coletta really destroys holy shit. Oh my God. And I know Mike didn't like it. Oh yeah, the human, it was really bad. He sucks. Yeah, it was Matthew Pounder. It was sick what they did to Garth and Imra's child. It was sick, but it was an interesting story. What they did with the kid, and that was years before Return of the Jedi. Anyway.
And then who was the character that got turned into the club or permanently stuck as the clubhouse? That in the Legion. That was
Fortress Lad.
Fortress Lad, right? That just creeps me out every time. I've never read it, but you're telling me that story, and that they don't know that is their fallen comrade that they're meeting inside Fortress Lad. That's like a Twilight Zone horror story.
Yep, and as goofy as it is, it's kind of it's a fascinating idea. Basically, they have what they have. They always have like Legion tryouts to find the new their new members. And yes, and the thing, a requirement to be in the Legion is you can't have the same powers as somebody else. There's that Grell Legion book, though, man. That cover, I love. Coletta didn't touch the cover. Look, that's beautiful. That's one of the great covers. But yes, Yeah, The Thin Black Line. Yeah, I almost want to get that book if I can get it cheap. Because they did a book because it's called The Thin Black Line. 2 Morals. You know, people do my wonderful back issue and all their other stuff. And they did a book about Vince Coletta. It was like the most controversial artist. Vince Coletta's son goes online sometimes. I've seen him online on Facebook, not happy with the way people talk about his Pappy. On the other hand, I said to Gil Kane one time, Vince Coletta may be a nice guy, but he stopped me and said, no, actually was not a nice guy. I said, good, because he sucked. Now, Claude says he said that to Gil Kane. So I let him say it, but I know I did. I'm saying that's because of Claude. Claude's out there. He's out there. He's listening. He'll say something now. Anyway, where was I about that?
We were talking about I was mentioning Fortress
Lad. For those who don't know about Fortress Lad, I know it's spoilery, but I already told you anyway. So there was an issue of, you have to have a unique superpower to join it. In other words, if you have the same powers as, a Lightning Lad or something like that, then you can't. They're not going to bring you in. So, Fortress Lad was this kid that could actually turn into he could turn into objects and stuff like that, like force, like walls and different things like that or whatever.
It turns his body into metal, basically.
Yes,
metal,
right.
Like a shield, right? Kind of like, yeah.
And then, yes, and they were attacked by this. I'm trying to remember this being that had the ability to, there was trying to kill the Legion. I forgot her name. Oh God. But it basically erased memories, right? Temporary, like short-term memory, temporary. And anyway, so in order to save the Legion, the quote-unquote Fortress Lad created the fortress really quickly to surround them because they were being bombarded by this thing. And it killed him, but he stayed in that shape. But because it affected their memory, they have no memory of him.
Yeah, they said, and then so he forgot that he could turn back into like he lost his mind, I guess. So he forgot that he could turn back to human, and they forgot that he was actually
too.
And they forgot that he was actually a human that was stuck as that shape.
Yeah,
that is just so. That is just horrific. That is just. When the hell did that come out? When was that?
That was in the 80s.
That was in the 80s. They did that. They didn't do that. Wasn't like the way back. So not the relatively modern.
I think that was in the in the Secret Origins. I'll just look it up and find out because my stupid memory. Yeah. Yes, everyone. I'm informing you now that I'm looking it up because I can't remember the damn issue number.
So you're using DuckDuckGo just in case Raquel watches this after. Yeah.
Right. I'm not using Google.
So he's technically still. Well, Phantom saying he didn't kill him. He forgot he was human.
He forgot.
So like they could bring him back to life someday somehow. I guess
that is correct.
That's even worse to think you're a spaceship that can't go anywhere. Wow.
Yes.
So Secret Origins Volume 2, number 46.
There it is, 1989. Yep.
So was that kind of a retcon thing, or that was just a story that was?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was just kind of. It was retconning the, in a sense, because he's the Fortress, right? Fortress Lad. There he is.
So they're explaining how the Fortress came to be. Yep. I got to buy that issue then.
I like Fortress Lad. Expensive. There he is. Let me put a picture of him. But yes, what was that?
Imagine reading that story. It's like
I have that issue. Because they did a whole issue with a bunch of weird Legion stories on it. Now I'll say this without saying much. I've forgotten who wrote it till I just looked at it. The guy who wrote it, is a bad person. Okay. And is probably in jail right now for something to do with the P word. Yeah. Salty Texas, what's up, dude?
Hey, Salty Texas.
Again, I could be wrong. He may not be in jail right now. I'm just saying. Good to see you there, Salty. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Nothing to see here tonight. We're just hanging out, geeking around, brother. And here, I'll show you what he looks like. There we go. Fortress Lad, everyone, for your amusement. But I just saw who wrote it. Again, you want to be fair. You don't know if you hear rumors and shit, right? You know, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, yep. Well, innocent until proven guilty, but yeah.
But there he is. But I think he is actually. If he's not in jail now, the guy had been in jail for it. How about that?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say his name on this show. He was so. I mean, he wasn't a big name writer anyway. He wrote stuff in the 80s and the 90s. Then I'm not saying his name. You guys can look that up if you want to, but yeah, but he wrote comics for a short time, and that's all I will say about him. But anyway,
well, it's a cheap comic to buy, but I might look that one up. Cheap? Yeah, it's not
find another picture of him. Find another picture of Fortress Lad. Oh my God, I think they actually brought him back in some modern crap.
Oh, they did bring him back.
According to this, I don't like the later shit, so I don't know. But
yeah,
there he is. Screw that. Okay, here we go. Kurt Swan did the art on the comic with Ty Templeton inking him. I remember that. And there he is. There's the scene right there where he's turning into the fortress
to protect everyone. Yep.
Yeah. See that right there?
Yeah, that isn't the best costume. I agree. Yeah,
it's a ridiculous costume. Everything about
it looks like ridiculous. A clown almost. Yeah.
Gwagnar, yes. JG, yes, sir. I mean GJ. Sorry.
I mean, if he transformed and if he just looked like a normal person and like a transformed, that'd be one thing, like a Mystique. But yeah, to walk around with a costume like that, it's kind of ridiculous.
It's stupid. But it's goofy shit. But thinking this issue was a throwback to Silver Age Legion. But yes. Okay. Wagner, you nailed it. That's the writer that I won't say his name of. Those are his initials. You probably, since you probably heard the stories. I'm guessing. And look at this, some later stuff right there. I guess somebody brought him back, thought it would be funny.
I guess, yeah.
What the hell?
Well, unless it's just an artist doing a one-off kind of thing.
There's arm fall off boy.
Yeah. Who made his appearance in the movies now?
Sorta,
right?
Sort of. Oh, if only I had a chance to prove what I could do. If only. There he is. I could be a fortress for good. It's a weird story, though. The idea is weird but fun. It's cool. You got to give it to him.
Yeah, I gotta. Oh, here we go.
Got to save them.
Got to buy it. Yep.
Are you gonna buy that issue?
I'm gonna buy that. That's just so creepy. I gotta buy it. I'm gonna wait for a cheap version. Yeah, let's see.
Oh, Wagner said he was in jail. I thought so. Yes, sir. All right, look. Hey.
Oh, it's the first appearance of Arm Fall Off Boy.
It is.
Like you said, right? I didn't know it was the first appearance.
Secret Origins was a comic I was buying regularly. I think I have every issue of that run, if I'm not mistaken. I still have them. But that was, because I had to, even if I wasn't buying them all, I had to buy one with Legion all over it.
Yeah. Right.
So, right. So, did you really buy it just now?
I'm looking at it. I'm just putting it in my queue there to
comicshop.com or whatever.
Well, I'm on the Fleabay, but I'll check some of the other comic issues. Yeah, I just put it in so it reminds me to buy.
No, I got you.
I love those kind of stories. They're creepy, but they're just great. Great stories that when it makes you think like that. And you get the first appearance of Arm Fall Off Boy, right?
Yeah, you get both. You get a 2 for that. See, this is what made me wonder. Said Fortress Lad pre-0 hour. Wait a minute. He was after 0 hour. Somebody brought him back. That sucks. Oh well, good old Fortress Lad.
I'm so glad he's still not a fortress. I'm glad he's still not a fortress, though. If that's true, but
I don't know. That'd be a great cosplay. I wonder if somebody has cosplayed Fortress Lad. I wonder. Seriously, I wonder if someone has cosplayed.
Someone's got to have
Fortress
done
Lad.
it, right?
Someone. I've seen some
someone had to.
crazy at Dragon Con. I've seen some crazy, obscure costumes. Yeah, Gwagnar. I agree. Oh yeah, man. That was the one. Wasn't that the? He says DC Comics Presents 59 is a great Legion sub story. Is that the one by Giffen? That was great. Yeah, when Giffen was still good. All right, JD, be good, buddy.
Good night, JD.
Take care, man. Let's see how the poll's doing. Let me we have. Well, let me refresh here, and then because I don't know, we may have more votes, and I'm not seeing it right. So,
I'm seeing 43 votes on mine. Yep.
Okay, good. I got to refresh it. Then hang on, and we will see how we are doing on our tonight's scintillating poll, ladies and gerbils. And by the way, speaking of remembering stuff, I got to remember. You know, this. Why look? I love Fathom events. I know this is not comic book related necessarily, but why would they do this on Father's Day of all nights when they have a Fathom event I want to go see? I get my son to take me for Father's Day. John Carpenter's The Thing. This coming this Sunday, and of course one of my favorite all-time films. And it's on a freaking Father's Day. I think they got one place in town having a 7:00.
Well, it's a nice Father's Day gift, so late at night.
Oh yeah, I know, but I'll be doing.
I know it is kind of a weird,
big family thing, yeah.
Yeah, usually, but we always did like barbecue or something in the afternoon. So, but yeah, I can see.
Well, 3 in the afternoon sucks. So it's still anyway. But
it's 3 in the afternoon's a movie.
Well, some have a 7 feature. I think there's another place with a 7 feature. I might try that. But
that 7 is better. Yes, you don't want to be 3 o'clock on Father's Day. Yeah,
I got to go see my dad. So okay. Yeah. Anyway, Here we go. Captain James T. Skywalker, what's up, dude?
Hey,
all
Captain.
Right, we're at 43 votes. That Great Darkness Saga has a big lead at 53%. Oh my goodness. We have a two-way. Now we have a tie between the Michael Korvac saga and the Avengers Defenders War, with unfortunately my beloved Great Darkness Saga way at the back at 14%. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humongity. Chris Parja says, wait, if Armfall Off Boy was a Legionnaire, he wasn't actually. He didn't make it. How did Amanda Waller get her hands on him to make him a member of the Suicide Squad? Do we blame Jeff Johns or James Gunn? You blame James Gunn, and he was really called the Detachable Kid. He's just sort of based off of that Armfall Up Boy joke of a character. And he didn't even make the subs. Armfall Up Boy didn't just not make the Legion, he didn't make the subs. Even the Legion of Substitute Heroes don't want them, and they've got Stone Boy and Chlorophyll Kid and Infectious Lass.
Oh, Captain Skywalker's asking what Legionnaire would I be? Well, I would like the powers of Mattering Lad, but I don't know.
Those would be some amazing powers, wouldn't they? Just eat anything. Yeah. No, it's not like Bortus. You could eat anything.
Eat anything. Yeah. And not gain weight. That's the trick. Yeah. I used to be able to do that when 30 plus years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who would I want. Everyone likes to. I mean, just to be in the Legion, right? I get the flight ring. I could fly. I mean, that's
yeah.
Cool,
so that's a good thing about being a Legionnaire. You get you don't have to worry about the flight power because you have the flight ring.
Yeah. Everyone can fly, and they said they do polls all the time, like what superpower would people want to have? And I think flying always comes out as number 1, and then invisibility is another one.
I might pick shapeshifter.
Well, you could turn into the thing then.
Like you turn into anything, any object, any object and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I mean, call me a perv, but what if you were like Hydro Man's powers? Think of all the fun you'd have in certain showers, Okay,
multiple man.
Just like the irredeemable Ant-Man.
But if you could change powers, like what about change into a tiger? Kind of like Garth or. or would you just be,
Well, that's
changing like
animals, though.
not animals? You're talking objects, right?
Objects. Yeah.
Objects, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. He'd want to be Ultra Boy. The Captain James Clobberin wants to be Ultra Boy, almost Superboy, just one power at a time. That's the problem. Ultra Boy has that disability, although he could fly because of his flight ring. I mean, you can't use your invulnerability when you're using your super strength because look, I love the character. He's got, let me tell you something. Multiple things can be true at the same time. I love Ultra Boy. He has probably one of the dumbest origins in all of comics history. I mean, and because of his tying in with his name being so stupid, not Ultra Boy, that's cool. His name is Joe Na, and he was swallowed. His ship was swallowed by a giant space dragon thingy. He's like a space
Jonah
whale,
the whale,
space whale thingy. And just because he came out with superpowers, just because he's swallowed by this big energy whale / space dragon thingy, it gave him the proportionate powers of Superboy or Mon-El, but he can only use one at a time. But I still love him. Joe Na, and his name is Joe Na. It's a stupid ass name from the planet Red Bar. But, Phantom Outsider, we need to play the Legion name game. We hadn't done that in a long time. I haven't done that. I get LT's not here. He was here at the beginning. I think he's gone now. But, we're going to play we'll get to do the Legion name game and then one of these days. I know it's pathetic, but Legion fans like to do it. My friend, I've told you about that before.
Yep. I would not be able to go very far on that one. Yeah, you guys are the experts. Yeah, I'm
probably rusty myself on that.
Just know just a few of the issues. Just know it from being around comics, but never read it. I probably have a few issues here and there, but
it's funny. By the way, that run of Secret Origins was actually. Did you ever get any of those from the 80s? That was volume 2, right?
I think I probably had volume 1 of the 7. That was some of my favorite comic books because
but those were reprints. These were new stories.
Those are new stories. Yeah, probably had a couple though, and then didn't they do a villains one too? What? Secret Origins villains, or had a few of those.
Secret Society of Supervillains. That's different.
Yeah. That's the name. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, but they had some kind of.
That was a good comic, but that's different.
That was pretty. But you just have as a kid, you would just have a few issues, here and there that my grandfather would give to me. So like that, I think I had the one with one of them. Whose origin did it have? It was. Oh God! I can close my eyes and picture the cover. I can see the character flying out of the. All right, I'm gonna have to go to my database here.
Here's some of the covers. Lots of crappy, too damn small. Oh, there we go. See, this was a good series for a long time. I mean, I think I have most of them. Mon-El, of course. Largand. Reap Daggle. Chameleon Boy, of course. I know you guys are going to throw that at me right now. Come on, it's too easy. You get easy ones there. And by the way, I wasn't looking at the chat there. Tina Wazo. Isn't it Tina Wazo? Phantom Girl? All right, so anyway, so you have any of these?
Let's see. No, I don't think I have any of those, no. I'm trying to find that. Maybe it was called DC's Secret Origins of Superheroes. Was that what it's called?
It was just just called Secret Origins. And I mean, there were some pretty cool ones.
Yeah, because it was so tough to get. You always wanted to know those origins of the characters too. So you just loved loved seeing that stuff. As before, this is obviously before. You had all the the interwebs and everything. So
right, this is the original ones right here. They were reprints. See,
reprints. Okay, it
was pretty good though. But they were actually went ahead and did redone, versions of the origins. Oh, this is one of my favorite Legion ones there.
Phantom Girl.
Oh, Chris Burgess says, "Well, let me get that straight. Joe Nod got his powers from being eaten by him and pooped out of a space whale well. It's something I'm not sure. I wouldn't want to admit it. Yeah, it's what didn't I tell you that it's one of the dumbest origins of all? And I love Joe. I love Ultra Boy. I love him.
That's just hysterical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love who thought of that one, right? Yeah.
Rock Crim. I think it's actually Rock Crim. That's of course what the hell? The great Cosmic Boy. Charles Foster Tane. Yep. Chuck Tane. That would be Bouncing Boy, buddy. What's his middle name? Foster? Come on, man. Quirrell Docs. Yep. The Brainiac 5. I love Quirrell Docs. Vril Docs was weird. Anyway, he came out of the side of the whale. He said, "Get out of here."
Side of the whale, not the
Phantom. But see, this is some good comments here. I don't know if I have every issue or not, but I know I bought it regularly. I'm not sure how many issues there were of it. Of this, this iteration. Obviously did a volume later, but it looks like poo-poo. Looks like poopy diaper dribble. This was a good Justice League one right there.
Guy Gardner, not looking happy.
This one right here had a really good, that's a great Brian Boland cover. Had a very interesting Riddler story, I thought. Let's see. Then later they did some more reprint books of those. But yeah, this was a good series. Now I want to see if I'll pull them out and see if I got them all. And they did some digest and stuff too, but I got to pull out and see if I have all of them or not. I don't know about most of them, so I don't want.
Well, it's fun to if you really love something and get everything that that they have.
Right.
Weird, complete. Yeah.
Yeah, there were weird mixes of characters sometimes. I got, of course, there was an Alan Moore one. There was a Phantom Stranger that had a bunch of different Phantom Stranger volumes, stories in it with Alan Moore did one of them. Yes, sir.
And you can always read the classics, right? If you don't like the new stuff and you don't like buying the new stuff, or I don't know anyone who buys that new garbage, right? Yeah.
Nah, see that the Golden Age Batman. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, the Clayface issue was pretty interesting there. Matthew Pounder, Jim Allen, oh yeah, Colossal Boy, Lyle Norg, Invisible Kid, Tom Caller, Starboy. I guess he was serious. I guess he's taking it seriously when I said play the Legion name game. I was just sort of saying it, but that's cool. Always obliging there. Sorry, I've been getting these pictures. I'm looking at the chat there. I apologize, guys. There's issue number 1. Obviously, starting with the Big Kahuna. Remember when the word Golden Age meant something?
Yep.
By the way, there's another one we're going to review soon. Eventually, not soon, but eventually. Do you remember the miniseries Golden Age?
Nope, don't remember that one.
Really?
Nope.
Tensel Kim, Matter Eater Lad. Oselu Digby, that's Shrinking Violet. Dirk Morgna is, of course, Sun Boy. So I haven't been looking at those. And Janara is Element Lad. Urinal is... My sound, I'm sorry. Can anybody hear me?
Yep.
I thought I dropped out.
5x5. Nope, you're good. Yep, all clear. Yep.
Dream Girl, by the way. Sorry, Andrew Nolan is he's doing them all. Jesus Christ! I keep going back and he's got like a million names in there. Andrew Nolan is, of course, Pharaoh Lad, Val Armour's Karate Kid. You don't have to make it that easy, dude. Tasmia Maller, Shadow Lass.
Robert Times knows this Legion, right? Yeah.
I love Tasmia, by the way. Let's see. Trying to find a picture of the. Oh, wow. I'm trying to find it. No, I had it somewhere. Damn it, where are you? I'm sorry. We got any more in there? Oh, somebody put Lita Jaff is in that Night Girl. Brad Londo is originally Lone Wolf, then later Timber Wolf. Misanal, that's a White Witch. I tried it, man. Look at them. Why are they testing me? Paul Kryn, that is of course Rock Kryn's brother. He is Polar Boy, not Polar Boy. Sorry, Polar Boy is Breck Brandon. He's but Paul Kryn is Magnetic Kid. I need to pay more attention. They tested me, man. Linda Danvers. Come on, dude. Supergirl, of course. Although she was Linda Lee first, wasn't she?
I don't remember that. I just remember the Danvers character. Yeah, and then for a while, wasn't she? She was some Peter David series. She was the that crazy alien that took the form of Supergirl. What the heck
Dawn
is her
Star
name?
is Dawn Star.
I'm forgetting it.
Oh, you talking about that?
Yeah, she was like a space alien.
Yeah, it's just like some kind of
She shapeshifted into Supergirl's form.
Okay, yeah.
God, what was her
People
name?
like that Peter David
I
series.
did like it.
I
love Peter David, but
that much.
I can't remember the damn name of her
Jock
character.
Folkart, Invisible Kid 2, Electric Boogaloo. I like Jock Folkart, by the way. Yeah, Matrix. There you go. Thank you, Matthew.
Matrix, thank you.
I like Jock
Folkart.
Folkart. Phantom. A lot of people didn't like him. I thought he was pretty cool. And like you said, I think someone mentioned earlier, Don Star and Ty Rock and Block and Quizlet all use their real names. So they don't have the num de plumes. Thanks for the Legion test. It's fun doing that. I miss them. And you know what? By the way, Breck Bannon, an underrated leader, even though he's leader of the substitutes. I like Polar Boy. Kal-El, never heard of him. Batman, right? Oh, my goodness. Well, what can you do? So, yes, go out and find these issues of Secret Origins. I love this one because of Gil Kane doing all the Blue Beetle, the two different Blue Beetle origins.
And now, of course, we're going to have the new Blue Beetle movie.
Yeah.
The third one.
We are.
Jaime, it was a pretty good character. I bought a bunch of those books.
See, I never cared about him in the comic much. Then they put him on Batman Brave and the Bold, and I liked it. I liked him on there.
Yeah, it was a pretty good character, I thought. And, of course, he's the classic Blue Beetle, but everyone loves. But it wasn't a bad take on a newer character. I get the kid from Cobra Kai is going to be playing him.
Huh?
One of the kids from Cobra Kai.
Oh, yeah. What's that kid's name, though?
I can't forget his name now, but he's going to be one of the. I can't remember which kid was it.
What's that kid's name? I can't remember. It's
Yeah, but he's going to be playing.
I'm trying to think. I mean, Zolo, something or other. Is it Zolo?
I'll go.
Yeah. Paulie told me his name. Zolo. Zolo something or other. Sholo. Yeah. But I can't really remember.
It's a good. Yeah.
He's on Cobra Kai. He plays Miguel.
Zola I apologize, but Marduina.
Yeah, I can't say his. Yeah,
I can't say. I apologize. I can't pronounce this kid's name, but Zolo. Yeah. So he's the kid that gets. So he plays. The kid who gets his back.
Madrid. Yeah. Okay. Madrid. Okay. Yeah. I can't really say it. But I'm a Ted Cord guy. What can I tell you? I'm a Ted Cord kind of guy. What can I tell you?
Yep. So he plays Miguel Diaz in the show. Yep. Yeah, no, I love Ted Cord. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what can you do? I guess everybody was busy tonight doing other stuff, but we were all here talking nothing in particular comics
That was
wise.
fun. Yep.
We don't have to say that. I know when it's not
I do,
fun. It's
'cause
fun
it
for
was fun.
me because I have fun, but I'm easy to please. So, people
No,
like
it was
Phantom
fun,
Outsider, you can't please
Everyone
his
had
type.
fun. Everyone had fun. Yep.
Oh, cripes. Well, what is going on with you? What do you tomorrow night? There's no Toxic Tuesday.
Yeah,
right?
so we might. I put something in the in our walkie-talkie.
Oh, I
So
saw that. Yeah.
so I don't know. Maybe we could do either do TMP or Princess Bride. We were talking last night on Sunday Night Geekery. Dad Man and Raquel have not seen Princess Bride, and we'd been threatening to do that TMP watch party for a long time, and just always so damn busy. So it's so I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we'll have a
Hey, Wendy
free
Webb.
night. Hey, Wendy. So I don't know what people prefer in the chat, or it's just an idea thrown in.
There's
I got to do
Zachariah,
something
too.
tomorrow night. Hey, Zachary.
We do have to do something. Zachariah, good to see you. And Wendy Webb, the lovely Wendy Webb's here. Good to see you. So continue. I'm sorry.
No. So I don't know if anyone has a preference or who would
I don't
care,
know.
but
We should do something tomorrow night.
we got to do something. Yeah.
Wasn't he doing some kind of reaction thing though?
Well, he's going to do a
new
reaction to the
Carano
Gina.
movie?
Yeah. So Terror on the Prairie is coming
Should
out.
be
I guess
a live thing.
Yeah, and he's going to do a live reaction when the movie ends around 11 p.m. But that gives us time to.
Oh yeah.
It's because usually I'm on Toxic Tuesday with. So the next movie is going to be Rocky 4, which is awesome. So
might be on with Tom tomorrow night. Other than that, when I get done with that, I might better do something. Because
Yep.
a lot of times on Tuesday nights, I go on with them.
Midnight. What time does he start? Usually around
like
6 or 7.
6 to I think 6 something to 7 or whatever on Central Time.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. But if anyone's
But
if
I'll
anyone's
hang with y'all.
interested in if anyone's interested in that, I got to check with Raquel. I haven't heard back from her, but yeah, I can't. We kept playing the inconceivable quote. It's like, how could you? And Dad Man too. Like, you haven't seen.
Yes, we know
Princess
2 people who
Bride.
haven't seen Princess Bride. How dare them?
And I don't think Raquel's been able to see the 4K version of TMP either, right? I don't think it made it all the way into the Delta Quadrant of Canada up there. To unfortunately, they didn't have the Fathom events there, and I don't even know if she can get Paramount Plus there. But
I don't think so. She sure doesn't want to anyway.
And I'm sure she doesn't want to anyway.
Right.
And Chris is saying time should always be made for the Princess Bride, right? Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. So tomorrow night we'll figure all that out.
We'll be doing something. Yep.
And Wednesday night, folks, for the next 8 weeks now, because we're loving. I'm a big fan of the Orville. I'm so happy about it. Wednesday night. I think my buddy Ace Cast Iron's going to join me, and of course, Mark, if he feels like it, he could join eventually. Wednesday night will be the typical wild card Wednesday night, but what we're going to do is we're going to do our countdown to the Orville episode, because by the time I go on the air, there'll be 2 hours left before the episode dropping, and then we're going to mark. Ace, because he's also a Mark, but Ace.
Another Mark. Does he spell his name the right way?
We'll talk about the incorrect way, according to you. But he's Ace, so they're better. We're going to talk about the current, the 5th episode of Obi Not Kenobi, and then we'll see what. And then while we're waiting for the Orville to start, while we're counting down for the Orville, Ace wants to join me for that, and who knows what else we'll talk about. It'll be a basically wild card thing, but yes. Every Wednesday night now, we are going to count down to that Orville, and look forward to that next episode.
Nice.
And fortunately, there are only 2 more episodes of Obi Not Kenobi. Take care, Wendy. Thank you for being here. It's lovely to see you.
Yep.
And then Thursday night, Clubhouse continues with our wonderful friend R.M. Briggs. Raquel will be here, and Mark will be here, and we'll be geeking out at you as always on the Clubhouse. And then Saturday night Star Trek this week, folks. It'll always be on, but our wonderful first officer, the wondrous Raquel, will be away on an away mission. So there will be no reviews. Everyone, you got a break from reviewing.
Oh, those awesome episodes.
Those 4 episodes of TNG in season 7. And we'll just do a basic open Trek talk. It'll be Saturday Night Star Trek, of course. And we'll just talk about something to do with Star Trek. And I'll get anyone who can, get a couple of friends if anyone can make it. If not, I'll do it myself. But if
I should be able to be there.
Oh yeah, look, you're totally invited. I'm just saying, just don't feel like you have to if you got something to do. You know what I mean? It's You know, it's always casual.
Yeah, I know it's casual. Yeah, and I think one time we did starships, and you don't always have to have a theme. But I think someone had asked us to cover starships. I pulled out all my models of all my starships.
Oh yeah. We'll trek.
Maybe we'll come up with another.
We'll talk some basic
Father's
Trek.
Day. That's Father's Day that weekend too, right?
Yeah, that's Father's Day weekend.
Trek Fathers.
But we'll talk some basic Trek for sure, and we'll trek around and we'll trek off and trek this and trek that, and let's go trek off. And so that'll be that, and of course, one show note in addition, June 30th, 9 p.m. Eastern, I will be honored to be hosting one of many panels in the online virtual con, Iconicon 2, because I was very happy to do it last year. I was honored to be part of it last year, and I'm honored to be part of it this year. The Great Retro Blastings Iconicon, the second one. And this panel will, of course, be about toy comics. That is, comics based on toys, so you'll be clear. Not the other way around. And joined by my great buddy, the extraordinary Michael French of Retro Blasting, of course. Happy anniversary to them, 10 years on that great channel. Fantastic channel. If you have not checked out Retro Blasting, please go into my description below and click onto their channel and subscribe and check them out. They're just amazing stuff. If you love, especially if you're a fan of the 80s or a child of the 80s geekness, it's just 80s geekness is amazing. I'll be joined by Matt Swafford of the Endless Bullets podcast, and of course, Mr. Jeff Barker of Chasing 80s Toys. Looking forward to that. This is going to be a lot of fun, and they're going to have a lot of other panels that week. That week they got all kind of great stuff. Phantom Outsiders.
Great stuff, yeah. Retro Wrestling, a much watch. Yeah.
After last week's episodes, we all need shore leave from the next. And Deedishness. So, I want to thank you all for being here with us tonight. Really do appreciate it. Let's see. Give us some of the stuff here. What am I doing now? What am I doing? If you got anything going on you need to tell us about?
Well, we'll just look for that. We're going to do something tomorrow night on my channel, I think. So we'll figure it out, either Princess Bride or TMP or Batwing build. And then Dadman wants to do some Fortnite with me. And we're trying to rope Nick into playing, too, with Dave.
Wow.
So we're going to figure out maybe some times to do that. So we might do some stuff like before streams, too, for like an hour and a half, too. So we'll just look forward to that. And check Twitter, and check Discord. If anyone's on Discord, let me put that link in, because Mr. Angel did that.
Well, he's doing that. I want to thank you all for being here with us. Linrod, always a pleasure. Thank you for popping in tonight. The great Hungry Boy, our masters of magnificent wrenching, the great Eric K and the great Chris Persia. Thank you so much for being here. Phantom Outsider, thanks for playing the Legion name game with me, buddy. I enjoy that. Again, Hungry Boy, hungry for some sociological congruity. Those names that man comes up is amazing. Love you, Hungry Boy. Thank you for being here, buddy. Bob Culture Curator, thank you for being here with us tonight. The lovely Rough Girl TV popped in earlier. Always nice to have one of the ladies pop in. Also, another lovely lady, Wendy. Wendy Webb popped in. Wendy, thank you for being here tonight. The great Matthew Pounder was here. Thank you so much, Matthew Pounder. D. Bud Martin was here, brother. Thank you. Of course, the extraordinary Steve Mitchum. Wagner, thank you for being here tonight, my friend. I really appreciate you. Always a pleasure. Cool talking comics with you. Captain James T. Skullworker, old dude, bull buddy. Good to see you. Zacharot, thank you for popping in. Tim's Talk, thank you for popping in. Good to see you. The great Cardinal Sin. Thank you, Cardinal Sin, for your wonderful contribution. I appreciate that, and it's good to see you, dude. As always. Let's see. Snail Messiah, buddy. Great to see you, bud. Appreciate you. The great LT Lord Dolph popped in earlier. Dave was here, and Dave Travels for Time was here as well. Thank you both for being here with us tonight. Can't remember I'm probably forgetting some people sometimes. I'm sorry about that, by the way. I tried to check them all, JD Lewis was here, but there you go. JD Lewis, thank you so much for popping in, being here with us tonight. Appreciate that. Salty Texas popped in earlier. Salty Texas, thank you for popping in. I appreciate you for being here, sir. It's an honor to have you stop by. Keely Chow, Roll Tide, Keely Chow. Good to see you. Let's see. I think we pretty much, I always think we got everybody, and then I don't know. Then I see somebody else.
Oh, cool. Cam. Hey, Cam.
Is Cam here?
He just said he's been lurking, so he says thanks, gents and everyone. Lurkers are good. Lurkers are welcome. Usually don't want someone lurking around, but I do it a lot on YouTube too.
I lurk when I can't talk, when I'm not able to mess with the chat, but listen and watch stuff, and that's cool. Cam, a pleasure to see you. I hope you're doing well, my friend. All you lurkers out there, we appreciate you too.
We're welcome.
We don't say it enough. I don't say it enough, and it's wrong of me. You don't think it's the kind of thing you don't think about as much, but you should. And anyone who's out there lurking, or anyone out there listening to this on a rewatch, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Milton Knowles, the Insane Witch, popped in. Thank you for popping in there. Anyone who pops in, we always appreciate it. So, and I hope I did not forget anyone. But I don't think. Oh, Inferior also popped in as well. So we'd like to get the mentions of everyone if I can. I know it takes a while, everybody, and I apologize for that. But we'll leave it at that. And if we miss anyone, we do apologize to you. But we thank you for being here with us tonight. And big, of course, special thanks to my bud Mark D with the C for hanging out with me as always. Always good to someone
the invite.
We always appreciate to have somebody to hang out and talk with, dude. So. And now, of course, I will play everyone out with these important messages, and we'll get out of here. Take care, everyone. Have a fantastic rest of your evening.
Good night.
And shout out to J-Man, by the way. I almost forgot him. Sorry, J-Man.
Clobberin times, you forgot to close the poll.
All right, everybody, the poll. Thank you, everybody. Well, everyone, I'm sorry. I wanted to read the poll results now that I've been reminded about it. There
Thank
it
you,
is.
Ragnar.
Thank you, Gwagnar. Appreciate that. Okay, the poll results are the Dark Phoenix Saga, 55% in the clearly the winner. A tie between Michael Korvac and the Avengers Defenders War at 15% in it, 13% my beloved Great Darkness Saga. Sorry about that, everyone. Thank you all so much. And thank you, Mark D, for reminding me. Everyone, have a great rest of your night. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Good night. Well, sorry, I tried to end it, everyone.